Welcome to a special edition of the Referrals podcast. Introducing our new Daily Dose. We've assembled the ultimate crisis response team for your business. Generous leaders from around the globe teaming up to teach, guide, and lead you through this time of isolation and quarantine. Now let's meet your host, Michael J. Maher.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Daily Dose. I am your host for today, Maher. How has your day been going today? Good? Or is it bad? Hopefully it's good. Now, the real host for today is Michael J. Maher.
You rock. I think I'm out of a job. Everybody, that was the famous Max Maher, straight A's at school. And I will tell you that some of you did not hear your shout out live on the broadcast, and I want to show you why. Right? So this is why you did not get a live shout out on the broadcast. So I will tell you that I do appreciate your thanks, and I appreciate all that you have done. And this is our last episode of the Daily Dose, and I would say that I'm sad about it a little bit, but I'm also happy about it a little bit. You know what I mean? So today it's me, and I first and foremost need to express my appreciation. I need to express my appreciation to Sherry Maher, who is the COO of Referco, and she has been kind of the before for all of our shows, and that includes lining up and talking to the guest with Mandy. Mandy is doing all the scheduling, all the show notes. Look at this. Look at this. This is the Daily Dose right here. This is all the daily doses we've done, all the notes that I've taken, everything that I've learned, and it's been an amazing ride. So I have to thank Sherry Maher for posting these on YouTube, posting these on the iTunes. And by the way, we set a record yesterday with our Daily Dose and Referrals podcast with 943 downloads in one day, which is unheard of in the podcast world. That's a lot of downloads in one day. And I have you to thank for that. Thank you for doing that. It was a fun one for sure. And Jana did a great job. Steve Sims was over 900 downloads as well. So it's been amazing. And I have to first and foremost thank Sherry Maher and Mandy Thacker for making it happen. And it's been amazing. Mandy did all the show notes, got it set up, got the speakers on. We had every single speaker show up on time. They showed up prepared, and they were so appreciative and we're so thankful to our professionalism. And that goes to Mandy Thacker and everything she does. And then we would do the recording, and then we would have a system that Sherry had for taking that recording and putting it on iTunes, on YouTube, on everything else. So big kudos to the team on that. Now, today I want to give you some content, and I want to give you essentially your business plan and what to look out for in the future. So first and foremost, if you haven't signed up for Sweet Dreams yet, you're missing out. Sweet Dreams is the Sunday night ritual and the nightly ritual combined into one class, and it starts on June 14th, and you can sign up at 30evenings.com. That's 30evenings.com. We, of course, have the class 30mornings.com, and we also have now 30evenings.com. And they make a really good pair of classes. And we all know that, honestly, the next day really starts the night before. If you don't get a good night's sleep, then guess what? You're going to have a rough day. So the beautiful thing about the morning ritual is it launches you into your day. The thing that I love about the Sunday night ritual and the nightly ritual is that there's no better preparation or planning or proactive tool out there than the Sunday night ritual and the nightly ritual. You are literally getting set up for the next day. So guess what? You sleep better. If you have a great idea at like 9 p.m., do you write it down and go through it? Or do you just think, you know what? I'm going to go to sleep and I'll probably remember it in the morning. No, what you do is you start working on it and you want to get it down. You want to get it down on paper. Well, what happens when you get it down? What happens is you sleep better because you know you're not going to forget it. Instead of all night trying to remember something, you sleep tight because you did it. Here's the other thing. Whenever I do a presentation, whenever I go on the road and speak, I always, no matter how late I get in, I always get the presentation finished, or at least as much as I want to get it finished, the night before, because I'm going to sleep better. If my PowerPoint, if my presentation, if my, speaker notes are not finished the night before, then I will tend to not sleep at all. I won't sleep very well. So the thing is what if we could tap into the power of sleep? And we can do that. We can do that with a great nightly ritual. And that's 30evenings.com. The class is called Sweet Dreams because the acronym that we use for the Sunday night ritual is SWEET, and the acronym that we use for the nightly ritual is DREAMS. So that is Sweet Dreams. That is at 30evenings.com. We do have like 14 seats available on that. Before we would have to increase our webinar size. But the bottom line is get signed up. We'd love to have you. And that is a great follow-up to this daily dose. And it is a great intro to what I want to talk to you about today. So what does the future look like? You know, what does your business plan look like from here on out? And the future, I did in the very beginning, I said mess or success. It's your choice during the quarantine times. And what does success look like during the quarantine? Well, I want you to know that what success looked like was an acronym for success. I'm going to tell you right now, what success looks like afterwards is the acronym for success. And I want to give you an acronym for success. The S is for structure. I'm telling you something. Structure is the key to your life. Everybody's been talking about rhythm and routine and ritual. Everybody. Like I was in Bold Pivot with 40,000 other people. I signed up for several other coaching people's things. And I will tell you at the beginning, they didn't have a clue, but they got a clue. They figured it out, and they figured out that, you know what it's about? It's about rhythm, routine, and ritual. It's about structure. You know, the number one thing, well, here's the thing. Imagine your body without a backbone. Imagine your body without a skeleton. What would you have, right? You'd have boneless chicken. That's what you'd have. But here's the thing is I want you to imagine for a second that you have structure in your day. I don't mean over structure. I don't mean every minute is planned, but I will tell you that some minutes need to be planned. You need structure in your day, in your life. And I'll tell you what, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, or if you're a leader, which I would guess most of you are one of those, guess what? Not just you need structure, your team needs structure. Your group needs structure. Your kids need structure. They need structure. Give them structure. I am not talking about, like I said, I'm not talking about something that is planned every minute of every day. But I'm saying that what we've discovered more than ever is that human beings function better with structure than they do without. Why was it so chaotic when your kids came from being schooled at school to schooled at home? Why? Because they went from a very structured environment, very structured, every day, every hour planned for them, to literally no structure. What did we have to do as a household? We had to do a time block. We literally had to break it down hour by hour. What are the things that Max is going to be working on? What is he going to be doing? And God bless America that I understand time blocking and that I'm such a proponent for time blocking, because I'll tell you what, Max maximized the quarantine times. He became better in a lot of ways. And I love that. So the first thing is structure. Keep your structure, adapt and adopt structure into your life and into your business. Now, for the realtors out there, listen, I know what drew you to real estate. I get it. I'm a realtor. You were drawn to the freedom, the variety, the openness, and really the independence. And I get that. And I'm not talking about an hour by hour block, but if you told me what you made last year, I could very easily calculate what you earn per hour. I could also tell you exactly how to make more per hour. And it's your schedule. I would look at your hours to figure out what you make per hour, and I would change your hours. What is the difference between a millionaire and the average? Is their structure, their system, their schedule. That's the difference. So guess what? Put your schedule into a millionaire structure versus being in the same. I mean, here's the thing. If your system, if your structure, if your schedule is the same as it was in 2018, as it was in 2019, you probably earn the same, maybe even less. But what if we tweaked our structure 1 degree a day? What if we just made 1% or, 24 minutes, whatever it may be? What if we made it just slightly different every single day? Better, improved. And honestly, that's the whole reason that I have really gotten behind teaching the rituals, is because these little tweaks each and every day add up to huge changes. Now, structure. I start with structure on purpose, and I start with the structure of an acronym on purpose because it's easier for me to remember. It's easier for you to remember. And it is one of those things where it's easier for you to teach if you were to go teach this and share it with your team or your market center or your office or your family, whatever it may be. All right, the you in success is still you. It's you. Take care of you. We have an acronym in the generosity generation called FLY. First, love yourself. And here we go. Doesn't this also kind of feed the whole thought on rituals? Like, you have 100% control over your morning ritual. You have 100% control over your nightly ritual. You have 100% control over your Sunday night ritual. Now, you may have to move the time. You may have to work around family and dog and kids and work and everything else. But the fact of the matter is, you have control over your life. And the reason you're in the seat you're in right now is because of the decisions you made, and you are 100% under control. And you're like, you don't know my spouse. Yes, I do. Right? I know your spouse is insignificant when it comes to who you are and what you do in life, period. Right? There's been people in abusive relationships who have been millionaires. There's been people who have the greatest relationship in the world and they're dead broke. Right? So here's the thing. Take care of you. And I mean, take care of you. We have people in the morning, in our 30 mornings class. I mean, we've had people who have gone through divorces. We've had people who have unfortunately had illnesses. We have had people, but they did it. They took control and they continued doing it. We have a lot of people in 30 mornings where their spouse is not supportive. In fact, some of them will roll their eyes or laugh or go, what is that woo-woo stuff? And then here's what happens. All of a sudden, the spouse who is in it starts succeeding and starts doing really well. And in the beginning, humans are human. That spouse is like, oh, no, wait, I need to drag you down because you're becoming too good. I'm scared of you succeeding because you might leave me behind. And actually, you are leaving them behind. And you know what the great spouses do? Oh, I know this is hard. I know. Listen, I should have done viewer discretion advised because I know this is blunt. And you know what? We need more blunt in the world. We need more people who are direct and concise and succinct in what they say. And you know what? I'm going to lead the way. Here's the thing, is a lot of the best spouses, you know what they'll do? They'll sign up for 30 mornings. They'll take it together. Spouses taking 30 mornings together. There's nothing better than that. You look at Tony and Jen teaching the East Coast, spouses teaching 30 mornings together. I love it. They're an inspiration. It's wonderful. We've got Shalee and Neil on the West Coast, right, who are teaching it, helping others, and so on and so forth. It's been miraculous. And here's the thing. That doesn't just mean taking care of you when it comes to rituals and things like that. But you know what? Eat right, move right, exercise. You know, we all know what to do. We all know what to do. We just have to do it. But we have to take care of ourselves. Next is C. And this is clarity. And I have 4 questions when it comes to clarity. Clarity is power. You all know that. Clarity, here's the question I have for you. The first one is, what is your biggest challenge right now? I want you to tell me in the comments, what is your biggest challenge right now? What is your biggest challenge right now? What is your biggest challenge right now? No, really. I want you to comment. What's your biggest challenge right now? Next, what is your biggest opportunity right now? What is your biggest opportunity right now? You can write it up there or something. What's your biggest challenge right now? What's your biggest opportunity right now? Those are 2 of the most powerful questions that you need to ask yourself. I want you to write those down. Write them down somewhere. I've got them written down. What is your biggest challenge right now? What is your biggest opportunity right now? We're getting answers right now. So what is your biggest challenge right now? What is your biggest opportunity right now? Clarity is power. Clarity is power. All right, you ready for this one? What would make today a huge win? What would make today a huge success? What would make today the biggest win for you? What would make today the biggest win for you? What do you need to do to make it a big win? What do you got to get done? Who do you need to call? What do you need to clean up? What do you need to take out? Who do you need to invite? Did you see what Steve Sims did? Did you guys see what he did? This guy's rapidly becoming one of the most influential people in the world. Steve Sims, he was on Wednesday. Did you guys see what he did with the Generosity Generation group? And I have to tell you, I'm going to be there. He invited us to an event. Did you guys see that? He is having a happy hour cocktail reception tonight at 8 o'clock. Is that cool or is that cool? Right. But what did he do? He went to the Gen group and he said, hey, listen, now here's the thing. We've had people who have posted other things when they have come into Gen and we've had to remove them for one reason or another or whatever it may be. But here's the thing. He was a guest on the show and he's simply inviting you to a happy hour. How cool is that? That was so brilliant. I hope you took that, hope you took that to heart. So what would make today the biggest success for you today? What would it take for today to be the biggest success? And then the last question I have is, what is the one thing such that once done, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? What is the one thing you can do such that when it's done, everything else becomes easier and or unnecessary? What is that? I want your answers. Like, listen, if you haven't gotten clarity through quarantine, through stay at home, I'm telling you something, you're missing out. You're missing out. This is the greatest opportunity for clarity ever. You know, our car was stolen. I haven't talked about it a lot. You know why? Because it's insignificant to me. It really is. We had our car stolen. And it's like, worried about this. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. Cars are being stolen. It's like, you know what? It's a freaking car. Yeah, it's a Mercedes. Yeah, it's really expensive. Yeah, it's really nice, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's a car. It's a car. If they would have asked to borrow it, I probably would have said, yes, go get some groceries with it. Just bring it back by this time. I really believe that. I would have done it. But it's just one of those, like, I've gotten clarity around what's important. And it's awesome. It's powerful. So here we go. So some of your challenges that you have stated are focus, accountability, clarity, task management. That's a good one. Too many good ideas. I don't know anybody else that has that problem. Where to start, get organized, VIP forms. Your biggest challenge right now is VIP forms, like not having enough. Is that what you're saying? If you don't have enough, print out more, baby. An explosion of buyers and sellers. Listen, that is it. That is it. I warned you about that. We are going to have a V-cut recovery. That means the recovery is going to be stronger, faster, and than you've ever dealt with before. Leverage, leverage, leverage. Some of you need to let it go. Some of you need to let it go. The way to take care of yourself is realize that the who is not you. The who is not you. You do not get paid to get things freaking done. You do not get paid to get things done. Isn't that funny? You get paid for them being done. You get paid. You don't get paid for doing things. You get paid for things getting done. I need to rephrase that. You do not get paid for doing things. Remember that. You get paid for what gets done. Think of, yes, leverage, virtual assistant, outsourcing. When you get too many pieces of business, refer out. Refer out. Don't lose the opportunity. Refer it out and then do a housewarming party for the buyer. Don't refer your listings. And I'm a big advocate for never referring out a listing. But here's the thing. Refer out your buyers if you have to choose. Then with your buyers, do a housewarming party for them at the end. So there you go. Leverage. You need to get help. Transaction coordinator. Are you doing your own transactions? Are you doing your own assistant work? You are an assistant if you don't have an assistant. Don't be your own assistant. All right. Distracted, getting everything done. That's a good problem to have, right? So clarity and priority. What is your biggest opportunity right now? Know what your biggest opportunity is. And then what is the one thing such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier and or unnecessary? It's a very powerful question. The next C is communicate. Have you set up your communication plan for the rest of the year? Have you set up your communication plan? How are you going to communicate with your database, with the people who you know? How are you going to communicate with them? You need a communication plan. Do you want some help with that? I would be willing to do a class in the next 2 weeks on building your 2020 communication plan. If you're open to that, put COMM plan or communication plan in the comments, and we will make arrangements for me personally to teach communication planning. I will be getting help from a couple of CRTs most likely, but we will help you build your communication plan for the second half of the year. So communicate, communicate, communicate. You had to learn how to communicate differently. And I will tell you what, I have people that have been in Gen and 7L system for years. They didn't change anything. That's what I love. They have been communicating by text or email once a month, and they've been communicating by phone once a month, and they didn't have to change anything. And what people loved about it is that there was certainty there. You know what your clients want? They want certainty that you're going to be the one getting the job done. You know what your family wants? They want certainty. And that goes back to structure, doesn't it? You know? And all right, so communication. And then the E, and this is a big one that you heard: multiple, extremely powerful, influential. The millionaires we had on this show all talked about managing your energy. You have precious assets. You have precious resources. You have your mindset. You have time. You have money. You have all of these assets. And the most precious asset is energy. So manage your energy. Control your energy. Make sure your energy is as high as it can. But here's the other thing. Don't waste your bad stuff. Don't waste your energy on bad stuff like worry and negative clients and that kind of thing. Where you want to pour your energy is you want to make the block of time that you are the most energetic your most dollar productive activities. So if that means phone calls to your database, guess what? That needs to be your most energetic time. How about events? You need to try to schedule those in your most energetic time, though I will tell you that secretly for years, I used events to up my energy longer. And what that means is I would get a little tired on Saturday night, and then I would go to a housewarming party and I would be rejuvenated. I would be refreshed because I went to a housewarming party and I borrowed on the other people's energy. And honestly, they were patting me on the back and saying, great job for your client. So I love that. Then we've got the last two S's of success. And I will tell you that I am a little bittersweet with the quarantine. And one of the reasons I'm a little bittersweet is that if everybody does their business like the generosity generation does business, then I'm out of a job. You know, if you really think about that, if I think the world took 2 steps forward in being convinced that the old way to sell is gone, it is dead, and only the dinosaurs are still performing the overcoming objections, the hardcore closing, the manipulative sales, the trickery, the snake oil sales is over. And dinosaurs became extinct for a reason. And the meteor hit over the last 60 to 75 days. And guess what the world woke up to? Service wins, sales is out. Service wins. So guess what the first S of at the end of success is service. Serve to deserve. And deserve, the root word is de for of, serve, service, be of service. Every day you are seeking to serve, seeking to help. You go out, and the thing is like, I'm a giver, and then I go, okay, tell me what you've given in the last 24 hours. Tell me what you've given. And we go back through their 24 hours, and it's like they haven't given squat. Yeah, we're all givers in reaction in many cases. But what I want you to do is I want you to walk in love. I want you to walk in proactive generosity. Don't let a moment of your day come across your desk or come across your life without you providing massive value to someone else, period. That's your job. That's your job. Yeah, we're all great reactive givers. What we need to do is we need to become better at proactive giving, like give before they ask. Give before they ask. And that's the key. That's the key. If you're just giving back, if you're just responding or reacting to generosity, you're just reciprocating. I'm not asking you to reciprocate. I'm asking you to be generous. I'm asking you to go first. Be generous first. Be of service. To deserve. Serve. Serve to deserve. You deserve referrals. You deserve business. You deserve clients. You deserve money. You deserve more. How do you get more? You deserve it. How do you deserve it? It's in the word of service. Of service. Serve to deserve. The last S. I have to tell you, this is a big one for me. And I always begin the word success with structure, because I truly believe the key to success is structure. I believe that. But I'm telling you that structure gives you the skeleton. What we need now is we now need to walk. We need to take action. And the last S of success is strategy. What is your strategy? I will tell you, in baseball, I use a lot of baseball analogies because I believe that baseball is a microcosm of life. And somewhere along the way, I believe baseball players learn that failing is just part of the game. That, you know what, I'm going to make an out occasionally, and the next time I'm going to go hit one 550, right? It is what it is. You got to make it out on the way to the home run sometimes. But here's the thing is, you know, I teach baseball, and I always have this 3-letter acronym. I know that's going to surprise a lot of you, but it's ACE, you know, ACE. And ACE stands for approach, command, explosion. It is a sport, so explosion has to happen. But when it comes to like pitching, you know, what is your approach? And then command, like, is your balance, your mechanics, that kind of thing. And then the explosion is, you know what, just explosion. You need to explode with energy through your body. Same thing with batting or hitting. Hitting is, what's your approach? Command, like own the line, own your space. Don't fall out of your space. Have your balance appropriately. And then E is explosion. We have to have an explosion because it is a sport, and we're trying to hit a round ball with a round bat. And so, but the whole thing starts with approach. What is your approach? What is your strategy? And I will tell you that those who have strategy perform better. Those who have plays beat teams who don't have plays. And I will tell you that if you put 2 talented teams on the floor on a basketball court or on a field, and you have one without plays and one with plays, the team with the plays will win. And it's not because of the plays, but it's because the players know what to do. They know exactly what to do. So guess what? Strategy is the last S of success. And I will tell you, it's like, what is your strategy for the rest of this year? What is your strategy that are you going to write more handwritten notes? That's a strategy. Are you going to make more phone calls? That's a strategy. Are you going to have more virtual events? That's a strategy. Are you going to create and lead a Facebook group? That's a strategy.
Are you enjoying the Daily Dose? Want to connect with thousands of other business owners that are winning the referral game while working from home right now? Head over to the Generosity Generation Facebook group. Connect with leaders, visionaries, and business owners from all over the world. Go to www.joingengen.com. That's www.joingengen.com.
We implemented and we talked about the 5-star system or strategy. The 5-star strategy, is the 5 steps to attracting referrals. Steps to attracting referrals is the star. Now, the 5 steps were: identify a positive, energetic, or referral source person. You were going to call or Zoom with them. Call works just as well in today's environment. You are going to fill out at least one question on a VIP form right here, right? We got more. You can print more. Then you were going to write a handwritten note, which, by the way, nearly all of the speakers and guests we've had have received a handwritten note from me. And then you need to invite them to your Facebook group. And guess what? We have invited every single guest that we had on the Daily Dose to the Generosity Generation group. Now, that is success. Structure, you, take care of you, first love yourself. C for clarity, C for communicate, E for energy, S for serve, and the last S was strategy or strategize. That is the secret to the rest of this year. Maximizing the rest of this year, maximizing the rest of your life is, listen, do you want the rest of your life to be a mess or a success? And guess what? If you will focus on these elements in your life, you will have a successful life. And guess what? Will you have failure? Yes. Will you have growth? Yes. Will there be mistakes? Yes, there will. But you know what? Overall, they're going to call you a success. I want to round this off with, I also mentioned earlier on that there were 7 things that mattered most, right? The 7 things that matter most. So the first thing that matters most is mindset. And, you know, what are you feeding your brain? Are you feeding it positive stuff? Are you feeding affirmations? So the first thing is mindset matters. Mindset matters. The second one is minutes matter. It goes back to structure. It goes back to time blocking. It goes back to, what does your schedule look like? You know, and then the next one is message matters. What's your message to the world? What do you stand for? What is your message when it comes to your business? And I will tell you that the message for a long time was, I'm number one or we're number one. And people were attracted to that. I will tell you, during the ego era, that worked. But I'm telling you something, the ego era is dead. It was put to death by COVID-19. The ego era is gone. It's gone. And I will tell you, it is so funny. It is so enjoyable to watch some of these hardcore closers and these hardcore salespeople, calloused heart and all, start taking the callus off their heart and trying to care. Now, that's the first step, is trying to care. And then what happens is, like, it works. So you start to care, and then it just, you care. And guess what? We're seeing that. So your message matters. And the message of today is, I am here to help. We are here to help. I just saw Rocket Mortgage had an ad. Did you guys see their ad? Rocket Mortgage is literally any question you have on your mortgage, any question that you have on a home loan, you can ask, whether you're a client of Rocket Mortgage or not. Like, they were literally, do you have questions on your mortgage right now? With the forbearance, with the put it at the end, with, and people do, have some questions if it's going to be a struggle to make the payment. So, we are here to help is the message of the moment. But I'm telling you something, it's the message of the millennium. That's it. We're done. Ego era over. Generosity generation is here. It is here. It is here to stay. And guess what? The message of the moment is the message of the millennium. And that is, we are here to help. I am here to help. So message matters. And then mentors matter. Mentors matter. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Who are you following? Who are you learning from? Now, can everybody be a mentor? The answer is yes. Can you be a mentor? The answer is yes. Everybody's a mentor. But your mentors matter. And, I built my business and I built my life on partnering with the strong versus preying on the weak. My job is to partner with the strong. My job is to find the strong, learn from them, and grow. And I'll tell you what, the more you partner with the strong, the stronger you must become. I love the song, We're Stronger Than Before by Nicole Nichols, because you know what? We are stronger than before. Our seniors are stronger than before. I'm stronger than before. Our messaging is stronger than before. Why? Because our mentors are stronger. They had to become stronger. This was a great wake-up call for America. I truly believe that. Mentors matter. Now, the next thing is Momentum matters. And I have to tell you, it's amazing how many times that came up in the broadcast about momentum matters. Momentum, where do you have momentum and where do you not? And so that's something I want you to think about right now. I'm going to get your engagement here. I want your answers to this in your comments. And I have to give a big shout out to Mary Budendeck, who has been on every live edition of Daily Dose. Mary, I love that. Anybody else been here on every live episode of Daily Dose other than me? So momentum matters. Where do you have momentum? I want your answer. Where do you have momentum? Sometimes showing up 3 days in a row will get you momentum. Where do you have momentum in your business? Where do you have momentum in your life? Where do you have momentum in your health? Where do you have momentum? You know what I mean? Like, then with what clients do you have momentum? Here's the other thing. With what referral sources do you have momentum? And I have to tell you, that's the entire 7L system in a nutshell, is identifying where you have momentum and running with it. When you have momentum in a relationship is during the transaction if you're in real estate. So how do we keep the momentum? Have a housewarming party. How do we keep the momentum? Have a wealth building consultation. How do we keep the momentum with our clients? Have events. Have virtual events. Have live events. It's all about momentum. Like, where do you have momentum and where do you not have momentum? And we need to identify that and run with that. Momentum matters. Then the map matters. The map matters. I gave you the example of the $1 million briefcase with your name on it. There's a $1 million briefcase. We put it on some porch in America. How do you find it? The fact of the matter is everybody can be a millionaire. Anybody can be a millionaire. And that's the truth. Anybody. I don't care if you're 60 years old. I don't care if you're 16 years old, especially in today's environment, you can be a millionaire. So what's it take to become a millionaire? It takes a map. It takes a plan. What is your plan to get there? What's your GPS and what's your map and what's your address? If you don't know where you want to go, you'll end up there. Trust me. You'll end up nowhere. That's what I'm saying. So here's the thing, is it pick out where you want to go, create your map, and then you know what? Plug it into your GPS and then go. What is your map? The map matters. And then the last thing that matters most in life is mastery. Mastery matters. My license plate of my stolen car, by the way, interestingly enough, my car was stolen. They threw off the license plate. We couldn't find it. And even if we could find it, we can't use mastery for the license plate because it was reported as stolen. So we could get mastery and then we would be stopped every other day. And I'm not excited about that. So I've got to come up with a new license plate. I think I'm going with Referco as my tag, but that's a story for another day. But I do like the name Referco. So anyway, mastery matters. And what is mastery? You know what? Mastery is literally like going to the nth degree, like literally figuring it out and continuing to build and making it happen. So mastery matters. Learn something, become great at it. I said in the many broadcasts is I truly believe your purpose in life is to be referable. So have high character, be highly competitive, competent, and also be a great communicator. And then I said, you need to build a referable business, which means, listen, your business needs to be trustworthy. It needs to be really good at what you do. And you need to communicate as a business. Otherwise, I mean, if you're not building a referable business, then what the heck are you doing? Why have a business at all if people can't brag about it? So mastery matters. And those are the 7 things that matters most. And that is how to be a success in the market that's coming. So Max, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah.
So what did you want to say? Come here, bro. Max is like all the M words of matters. Is it Max Matters? Max Matters. Okay. So what was your favorite episode out of all of the episodes?
Nick Santanastasa's one.
Oh, Nick Santanastaso?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What'd you like about it?
He taught me to be kind.
Okay.
He also taught me to be a good friend to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, right? Even if they're handicapped, even if they're in a wheelchair, even if they have no legs, no arms, and only one arm and one hand and one finger. Yeah. What else?
Also to set goals.
Yeah. And how did that help you?
Achieve goals of all A's.
You got all A's?
Yeah.
Rocking. All A's 4.0. All right. What else did you, what other goals did you achieve?
I achieved the goal of playing All-American this summer.
So you became an All-American and you qualified for All-American?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You also made the Storm team out of the 12U league that you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're going to get to play some games with them, including when?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow at 9:30 and 11:30. Yay, we have baseball back live in action. So I have a question for all of you is what was your favorite episode of the Daily Dose? What was your favorite episode of all the Daily Dose? Who was your favorite guest? What was your biggest aha? And what did you learn from the Daily Dose? What did you learn? All right, Sherry is going to get those answers. She's busy smiling at Max, the fact that Max is on the Daily Dose and taking pictures of him. So are you hanging with us? So what's your favorite episode? Who is your favorite guest? I know it's hard to pick just one, but what was yours? Or what was something that someone said that really like literally like hit you upside the head? All right, so here we go. We got some. So a lot of you are saying Max, way to go, Max. Max is already a leader. Congratulations, Max. So Judy was saying that the Hal Elrod episode was awesome. I will tell you, you had a good episode when Hal like emails you and says, can I have a copy of the episode that we did together? And Sherry goes, yeah, I've already sent the episode like literally 5 minutes after we did it. And, yes, I'll send it again. So let's see. The Jana episode yesterday was fantastic. It was a great surprise. Renee Rodriguez was a pleasant surprise and was great. I love that. Kelly Scherer said, too many favorites. You are my favorite. You will always get read if you just say me. I just want you guys to know that if you say that I am your favorite, you will probably get lots of favors and good stuff. You are my favorite. Your love of others is powerful. Hal Elrod and Tim Brahim, Jamie Apuna said, I love it. We had crazy hair day with Tim Brahim. We've had some comments on my hair during that time. Come on, tell me a favorite. You guys are being so politically correct. Oh, it's so hard to choose. I'm making you choose. You got to choose one. There's one that you're going to watch again. Which one is the one that you're going to watch again? So many. Hal Elrod, Nick Santanastaso, Sean Callaghy. I love that. Chuck Fazio had a great one. I love that. All right. So last question. And I mean, when I say last question, like that's legit because this is the last question. What was your biggest aha that you got from the 80 episodes that we did of the Daily Dose? What was your biggest aha? What was the thing that literally was the thing that you got and did? Or what was your biggest to-do that resulted in the best results? So what was your biggest aha? And aha is essentially like awareness thing that was a great idea. Sherry is watching, so she will get those answers to us. The videos will be my next 30 days AM watches. I love it. Yeah. So Mary said the very first one was the one that got her hooked, which was, which do you want, mess or success? I love it. Yeah. So 30 mornings was the biggest aha, the morning routine. A lot of you are saying the morning routine. I'll tell you what, if you like the morning routine, I can't wait for you to see 30 evenings. It's going to blow your socks off. Christina Oziak said the Facebook groups was the biggest aha for me. Time blocking and VIP forms were the biggest ahas for Debbie Shelton. Nicole Aldaz was Mentors Matter, partner with the strong. Shalee Davis, consistent time blocking, thanks to Neil Smith. 30 mornings, yeah, just show up. I love it. You signed up, you better show up, because you know why? Because you got to show up to grow up. And you know what happens when you grow up? You go up. You go to the next level in your life, the next level in your business. Clarification on my why. Listen to your soul. I love that. By the way, we have Kevin Harrington, Shark Tank Shark, on next Friday, June 5th. We will be broadcasting that live. Also, I will be in Lab Coat Agents on June 2nd. I believe it's at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's next Tuesday. We will also be doing a watch party in this group. I will be talking about, honestly, the simple secret to health, wealth, and happiness. I'm going to boil it down into one thing. Pin contest. We are 100 shy of 5,000 members. When you invite someone, they come in. The 100th who is invited, whoever invites them, will get a pin that actually has like diamond shavings in it. It's just the most gorgeous pin ever. There is a picture and a video of it on the site. You can watch all episodes of the Daily Dose at youtube.com/7LTV. So the number 7, letter L, TV, that's youtube.com/7LTV. And once again, Kevin Harrington, Shark Tank Shark, next Friday. We are going to a weekly edition. Instead of doing the Daily Dose, we will be broadcasting on a weekly basis. Life is starting to return to somewhat of a normal. And honestly, I need to hit the road. I have a tour to get on, and we just bought a temperature gun today to make sure everybody that comes in doesn't have a fever. And I'm very excited about the future. The quarantine has been very, very good to me. And I know there's been people who have gotten sick. I know there's been people who have passed away. And that's sad. That's morbid. And I also know that the rest of us lived through it. And we need to move forwards. And we need to make the best of it. And we all need a daily dose of positivity and productivity. Now, I won't be providing the daily dose of positivity and productivity, but I am handing the baton to you. To you. I want you to provide the world a daily dose of positivity and productivity every single day. That baton is in your hands. You're a leader. You're ready to run with it. You are ready. We have done 80 days of training of what it looks like. What does it look like? You know what? Be with positive people. Be with productive people. And learn from them. Learn from them. Talk to them. Mentors matter, for sure, Nicole. So here's the thing. I appreciate all of you. I appreciated Sherry. I appreciate Robert, the salesperson on our team. I appreciate Mandy, who set all this up, got all our speakers scheduled. And I appreciate Sean, who has done a great job of promoting this and is kind of our Facebook guru. And last, I definitely want to express my appreciation for you, because listen, if you didn't show up, I wouldn't even do it. I mean, that's the truth. So the thing about it is I appreciate the listeners. I appreciate the viewers. You are helping us set records and go places we would have never imagined before. And you are pushing us to get better and to do more. And I really, really appreciate that. I love all of you. And remember, mastery matters. And this is it. This is the daily dose of positivity and productivity. I hope it helped you. It helped me. And I'm just saying that build your business, build your life on love, generosity, and appreciation. It's your legacy. Own it, love it, make it happen, live it. We'll see you on the road. Thanks, everybody.